And she doesn't report until the 9th or the 10th.
Correct, Judge.
Why is she late reporting?
Well, she didn't call initially, Judge.
Why?
She apparently didn't want to, Judge. Then she lost her phone on or about January 7th. Just trying to be honest with you, Judge. That's what happened. Okay. On the 7th, she lost her phone. She recovered it on the 9th. She had that cookie. And then she reported on the 10th, Judge.
To March 7th this week, 2024 at 9 a.m. And lady, you're gonna have to figure out how you want to do this. You're here on a DeeVee charge or DeeVee type charge. You got resisting and obstructing. You're not following the court's rules. Has her 9mm been surrendered?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
To what is another violation of the court's order. I mean, just the call itself. I mean, I could even understand if there were a few calls regarding the kids because she can't text because of the position that she, I can get that. 41?
It's a large number of calls, Your Honor. I understand the question.
Today we have a special double feature presentation from Judge Simpson's courtroom, as we bring you two interesting cases revolving around a single defendant. An attractive young woman whose actions have been both defiant and deceptive. First up, we have her initial appearance from last week, where she stood before Judge Simpson on a bond violation charge. Despite the evidence against her, the defendant persisted in weaving a web of lies, attempting to deceive the court. Do you think the judge was buying what she was selling? Or was she remanded to jail with her bond revoked? I'll just let you see for yourself. But of course the saga didn't end there, and in her follow-up hearing which happened today, it has been a whole week, and it appears she is still not following the court's orders. According to the prosecutor, this woman keeps on contacting the victim over the telephone, repeatedly after being warned not to do that. What is Judge Simpson going to do with this defiant female defendant, who is acting like a stalker? Stay tuned to find out.
People versus Julie Vampachung, I think.
Ready again, Judge Torshell Feaster, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Julie Von Pachan. And to my right at the podium, please state your name again for the record.
Julie Von Pachan.
Thank you, Jeff, for giving us the opportunity to pass this matter so I could get a copy of the report and review it. I did talk to Ms. Barroso about this report. Our office did not receive a copy of it, so I did not have it. We didn't have it, so I apologize for that, Judge.
No, it's okay.
In going through the report with Ms. Wapachan, I do have some corrections, clarifications to the information I was providing previously, Judge. She does.
Oh, so now she's going to tell the truth.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. She did lose her phone at the Sunoco gas station at 3891 Platte. About 1/7.
Is the Sunoco?
The Sunoco.
Not the Citco.
Sunoco, right?
Whatever one's right outside of here.
Sunoco, I believe, what she believes it was, Judge. She says that phone was recovered prior to her first meeting with Community Corrections when she got her phone back on 1/9 of 2024. She went to Sunoco. She paid $100 to a Black female who had her iPhone 10. That phone did subsequently break. She took it and had it repaired or replaced at the iPhone store at Briarwood. She said when she did report on the 10th, per the report, Judge, she indicated to Community Corrections that she did have a marijuana cookie, 2 marijuana cookies. And so she indicated that she didn't know she was going to be positive. And that's when she said, what do I do when my test comes back positive? However, that apparently did not metabolize in her system at the point of that test, but she thought that first test would have been positive, Judge.
Oh, okay, so the cookies now appeared on the 10th.
Yes, Judge. It happened the day before her reporting, Judge. So I guess that would have been the 9th, reported on the 10th.
Go ahead.
Okay. she indicated since that time, she has in fact been using marijuana, and that is why she has failed to make her testing dates, Judge. She indicates that she knew she was going to be positive on the 10th from the cookie, and she knew that subsequently she'd be positive from actual smoking of marijuana. So she missed those tests until she actually went in on 1/24 and tested and did have that positive result. She indicated that her last time smoking would have been 2 days ago on Tuesday, the 27th, Judge. She indicates that she does not have an addiction and that she can stop smoking, but that she had not stopped at this point, and that she takes responsibility. She apologizes. She sees how serious this is, and she wants
Hold on a moment. I need to go back to the 9th.
okay.
He had the cookie when?
It would have been the day, either the 8th or the 9th. The party would have been, she believes it was the Friday, January the 9th, I believe that date was, she indicated, at her friend's party. Obviously,
When did she get out of jail?
she got out on or about 12:30. Because community correction received this order for her testing on December 30th.
On December 3rd?
Yes, Judge.
December 30th.
It says new order received on 12/30/2023.
Right.
So that's when she would have been released, I assume, Judge.
And she doesn't report until the 9th or the
She-
10th.
Correct, Judge.
Why is she late reporting?
Well, she didn't call initially, Judge.
Why?
She apparently didn't want to, Judge. Then she lost her phone on or about January 7th. Just trying to be honest with you, Judge, that's what happened. Okay? On the 7th, she lost her phone. She recovered it on the 9th. She had that cookie. And then she reported on the 10th, Judge. Since that time, like I indicated, she has been smoking marijuana due to the stress of the situation. She's not denying that. And that's why she has failed to make subsequent reports aside from that January.
So she just decided that she just was going to do it her way.
She did, Judge. She did. And she's not denying that, Judge.
Not now.
But obviously, I've impressed upon her.
So why did she go over the data test?
My understanding, she spoke to Ms. Gaines, and Ms. Gaines told her she had some prior failures to report, and that she knew she had to go report. So she went today. So she's tried to actually comply, and I told her now how serious this is. I don't know if that was impressed upon.
So she just started taking marijuana without a card in violation of the order on the 8th, 9th of January.
That's the cookie, right? Subsequent to that, she started smoking.
So before that, what?
Before that, she indicated she didn't use often. Not never, but not often. But now she's been using pretty much 3 days a week. At that time.
And she knows she's not supposed to be.
She does, Judge. You understand? Something that she's not denying now. She was scared, and obviously she has 2 small children. She has a full-time job. She didn't want to lose her job, didn't want to have difficulty with her children. Understands now, she just can't do it. She doesn't have a medical marijuana card. She has no excuse, and she knows that Your Honor's not playing about marijuana, not playing about following court orders. And she indicates that she is given the
Well,
opportunity.
it's the court, and I'll tell you, it's the court gave her an order.
Yes, Judge.
And she decides that she just wants to not follow the court's order.
Yes, Judge.
And she gets here, gets called on it when she was up here initially, and then it's just through you, just lying to me.
Yes, Judge.
I apologize, Your Honor.
You don't lie to the court, ma'am. You just don't. I'll deal with the truth
we can work that out. But if you're gonna sit here and lie to me, then that's gonna be a problem and you're gonna pay a consequence for that.
That's what I told her in the box, Judge. When I sat down with her, I told her that she has to be straight with you. The truth, you generally work with people. Okay, that she apologized and she's sorry. That she wanted me to tell you what was going on, how she got to this point. She said she's had difficulty dealing with the stress of the situation. She's looking forward to getting this resolved. The prosecutor did make her a very reasonable offer. We're just trying to get proof of that payment for the destruction of the broken window to try to get these pled out. But obviously she needs some help. She's not afraid to go to treatment if the court thinks she needs treatment, but she believes she can quit. And in 30 days from Tuesday's date, this should be all out of her system completely, because Tuesday was the last time she would have used, Your Honor. But she did, the 27th.
She just kept doing it.
Yes, Judge.
That's the problem. And the problem is, had she left here today, she would just continue doing it and continue violating this court's order.
Yes, Judge.
And quite frankly, her promise doesn't mean anything to me.
Understood.
It just doesn't. Had she taken the test, say, this is why I'm doing it, failed the test, that's one thing. But she just decides that she doesn't have to take the test, takes the test, then decides she doesn't have to want to take the test, just continues using.
Yes, Judge.
So violating the court's order in two ways, first by her use, and then also by not going to testing. And then, all on top of that, comes here and lies to me. Anything else you want to say?
To her credit, she did eventually come forth and tell Your Honor the truth. She's came clean with me about what's going on and how we got in this situation. She acknowledges that she might have a problem because managing her stress, she's been unable to not use marijuana. And so she acknowledges that and is willing and ready to seek treatment, Your Honor.
Your screen is locked on your phone. How is somebody else using your phone?
My screen. They can answer calls still.
Can they call out? No, and they did. So I don't believe the phone thing either, even now, as you're saying. Adjourned to March 7th, next week, 2024 at 9 a.m. And lady, you're gonna have to figure out how you want to do this. You're here on a DeeVee charge or DeeVee type charge. You got resisting and obstructing. You're not following the court's rules. Has her 9mm handgun been surrendered?
Yes.
Yes, Judge. And she indicates that the window has been paid for, that was broken in the incident.
You gotta follow the rules. And the most important thing is you don't lie to me.
Understood, Judge.
Defendant's bond is revoked pending a hearing on March 7th. Defendant's remanded.
Thank you, Judge.
Case People versus Dr. Strong.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of people.
And Alex Warren Green on behalf of Ms. Vaughn Fichan. State your name again.
Julie Bompachan.
Thank you. Your Honor, I had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Fong-Fichan. I addressed the phone calls with her. And, Ms. Fong-Fichan doesn't deny calling the complaining witness in this matter. I don't know the subject matter of those calls, but what Ms. Fong-Fichan tells me is that subject matter, when those calls are reviewed, is going to come back largely regarding the children, and that the discussions they were having were about the children. The children are staying with her sister while the complaining witness is working. That is filling the void left by Ms. Fong-Fichan being in custody. Before Ms. Fong-Fichan was in custody, the children would stay with her while the complaining witness worked, and when he wasn't working, would stay with him. So that arrangement is the same. It's just that Ms. Fong-Fichan's sister is taking care of the children while the complaining witness is at work. So again, I don't know the subject matter of those calls. What Ms. Fong-Fichan tells me.
And you don't know from the people, you don't know the subject matter of the calls.
Your Honor, when I saw 41 calls, I was under the impression that they would be related to the children, but that doesn't eliminate my concern.
I know.
And I'm also concerned that her representation is largely related to the children, which to me leaves room for an understanding that there's other things being discussed as well.
And Your Honor, what Ms. Fong-Fichan tells me is that none of their communications regard the case. None of them are communications regarding what the complaining witness should do or can do or may do. It's nothing to do with that.
Okay, I get that. But all that does is stop additional charges. Right?
Of course.
Or that goes to whether or not there would be additional charges coming from the prosecutor's office. They don't go to what is another violation of the court's order. I mean, just the call itself. I mean, I could even understand if there were a few calls regarding the kids because she can't text because of the position that I can get that. 41?
That's a large number of calls, Your Honor. I understand the question.
And here's my other problem. And this is the problem that people have when they come before me and they lie. You lie to me, then it's hard for me to believe anything that you're saying. And so if you're saying you're calling regarding the children, are there calls to her sister at least?
I have not checked. We don't have the sister's phone number because
Got
it's
it.
not in the police report.
Counsel, how soon can you get the phone calls to?
I'll send an email request right now.
Pardon?
I will send the email request right now. Usually they get released within a day.
Well, during the probable cause out 1 week. Or is that what we were doing on this? Yeah. I'll adjourn our probable cause out 1 week to the 14th. 9 a.m. Get the calls over. At this point, I'm not going to set it for exam. At this point, what I'm going to do is then let's do it this way. You wanted it set for exam, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to give you a probable cause date on the 14th to try to address her bond to see if we can get her out of custody without some other thing happening. I'll set her preliminary examination. I'll set that for the 26th. 2024 at 9 a.m. That will be before me. Next week, though, we'll address her bond after you've had a chance to listen to the calls. And right now, she has no way to communicate about her kids at all because she was doing it by text before.
That's right, Your Honor.
And at least pending the hearing next week, her phone privileges, defendant's phone privileges in their entirety are revoked. Just keep making it worse. Continue. Thank you.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.